Yo, what's up, good people? It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. You got the super team of sports talk here with y'all. I'm one half of it, Diego Barishnikov, and I'm here with my main man, the 6 foot and under post-up champ, straight from North Georgia. Tell him who you are.
What's good, good people? It's the other A and the A Sports, your boy Uncle Hate, broadcasting live from all the way up in North Georgia, Beaufort, that is. What's good, people?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, again, people want to appreciate y'all joining us for another week of some football talk here. It's winding on down to the end. Playoffs right around the corner. So, y'all know what time it is. Again, we are happy to have y'all checking in with us on the Spreaker app, listening to us there on the go. We appreciate that. Remember to tap that heart, leave us some comments there. Also, those of y'all that view us on the YouTube channel, AA Sports, Straight Sports, No Chaser, we appreciate the love there as well. Send us some emails, leave us some comments, give us a thumbs up, let us know we're doing all right. We're going to jump right on into this week 15 recap. We had the first weekend of the Saturday games rolling around. Last week was the last of the Thursday games. We ain't got to deal with those no more. So next couple weeks, last week and this week, we're going to have a couple Saturday games. So jumping right on into it.
Oh, real quick. I didn't put it on there, but let's raise a glass to that boy Kobe. They lifted his jersey both his jerseys last night. And number 8 and number 24 were retired with the Lakers last night. Well deserved. I think Magic was blowing smoke up his ass saying he's the best Laker ever. I don't believe that. But which one was your favorite, 8 or 24?
24. Reason being, I respected his game the whole time. But the 8 Kobe, I really just didn't like that cat.
I didn't like 8 either. 8 was the one that told on Shaq when he was with them people.
8 was the one that told on Shaq. 8 was the one that was, calling teammates out in public, demanding to be traded. 8 was a real dick.
Yeah.
Now 24, 24, especially toward the latter part of his career, actually, kind of liked him a little bit. I honestly say,
I think we both learned to respect him. I don't think neither one of us liked him a lot, but we learned to respect him with age because he stopped being as much of a sucker as he was early in his career.
Right, and that probably did help. So shout out to Kobe Bean Bryant. Yeah, I don't know. Magic's been saying that for a while though about him being the best Laker ever.
Magic, the best Laker ever.
So there's a lot of debate on there whether if Kobe's even on the Laker Mount Rushmore.
Oh, how could he not be?
Well, depending on who you ask. Some people. I saw a debate yesterday that said Magic, Kareem. Who the obvious people? Magic, Kareem. They had
Jerry West.
They had Wilt and Jerry West as they 4. Somebody took Wilt out, put Kobe in. Vice, so it depends on who you ask. You got a lot of greats there, but yeah, to me, Kobe is definitely in the top 3.
Yeah, easily. I think it's Magic, Kareem, and Kobe. That's it. Those are the best Lakers ever. But shout out to that boy Bean. Shout out to him.
Absolutely. What to say? Lakers didn't win the game. I think they lost by 2 in overtime.
I'm telling you, I tweeted it out last night. People, there's no way in hell if I'm the Lakers, I hand my franchise over to LeBron at year 16 at 33. You got a nice young squad right now. Just build. Take your time. It ain't gonna get no better if you hand LeBron that team right now. Just take your time. They played Golden State hard twice in the last 3 weeks. Hard. Just take your time. Let the boys get better. That's me. That's what I would do. But I know what you do.
I'm about to move on to football because you know where I stand on that LeBron talk, and it ain't even 2018.
I know. I mean, it's out there. I can't see it happening. I mean, but even if it was hypothetical, he said he wanted to go. I wouldn't hand my franchise to a dude in year 16. No, that doesn't make no sense.
Nah. Yeah, I think it's just obvious because we all want to put LeBron somewhere else other than Cleveland next year. I think a lot of that speculation started well before Magic even came into the picture. So
it did.
So yeah, we'll let LeBron decide what LeBron gonna do come July of 2018. But as we get closer to it, the rumors are going to increase, depending on. And what's funny, it's going to depend on how the Cavs season going. how they doing in the playoffs, really. Because if they, let's just say hypothetically, they win another championship, why would he leave?
Shit, why would he leave, and why the fuck would he want to go deal with the West when he got an easy path in the East? Why?
Yep.
But which
Week 15, the first of the Saturday games from week 15, was the Detroit Lions hosting the Bears. They won 20-10. The late game Saturday was the damn Kansas City Chiefs winning 30-13 over the Chargers. Ever since I said I wasn't picking them no more, that's what, 2 in a row?
2 in a row.
Hey.
But you know what that has something to do with, too, though? We'll talk about it more in a bit, but Andy Reid gave up that play call. That offense was a whole lot different if he gave up that play call.
Okay. We'll dive into that a little bit as well. Let's see, Sunday, going on with the Week 15 games, the return of Aaron Rodgers didn't go as well as expected. They only lost 31-24, but to me, Carolina, your Panthers, y'all can pretty much control that game from start to finish for the most part. They kept hitting Aaron, kept getting to him, kept hitting him. He was obviously rusty. He was underthrowing a lot of balls.
Right.
They put him on IR today, which I don't blame him. I mean, they got eliminated last night when the Falcons won. So, I mean, what's the point of running?
No point playing them the last 2 games. It really, and truth be told, they need to keep seeing what they got in Hundley. Hundley was looking decent over that 3-3. He did his part. So,
yeah.
No point in playing
there. Yes, we'll dive into them a little bit more in a minute. Denver Broncos winning 25-13. What is that, 3 in a row for Denver?
They hustling backwards. They really don't want a quarterback.
Well, I mean, there'll be several there. Where are they at in the draft position right now?
They're down to 9 now.
Down to 9? Okay. Next up, the Buffalo Bills. Tyrod Taylor back at the helm, winning 24-16 over the Dolphins.
8-6, cuz. I was wrong.
What's that?
I said 7-9. They're 8-6, actually.
Buffalo?
Yes. What the hell?
They could finish 8-8 and use only 1 game off, so you still within range. They still got to break that drought and make the playoffs in the 21st century. So until that happens.
What the boy in the meme? Oh no. The boy in the meme, won't know.
We're gonna see. They got don't they got the Patriots this week? Yeah.
They got the Patriots this week in the end with Miami.
And the Patriots got to hold on to that number 1 seed. Yeah, they not winning this week.
Hey, we ain't talking. Well, we're gonna talk to Patriots in a second, but this need to be Gronk this week. Hey, they coming.
They didn't do shit on the field when it happened.
They got to now because they done got called out.
I ain't convinced they gonna do it. I ain't convinced.
They just some suckers like that, you believe?
Because it was like 3 or 4 of them standing around. They was looking at the ref like, yo, nah.
They got to do something. Somebody got to do something this week. We need to look at the injury report because somebody gonna be activated who ain't played this whole goddamn season and coming in quickly to go in.
Oh man, maybe a defensive lineman or somebody again. Especially in them trenches, on a run play or something. That pile. Watch out.
Fuck up New England whole season because Gronk want to be WWE.
And he will get hurt.
Yes, sir.
Baltimore Ravens 27-10 over the Cleveland Browns. No surprise there. Cleveland 0-14 so far. Going for that 0 for Burger for the year. I'm thinking they will get it. The Jacksonville Savages 45-7 over the Texans. Minnesota Vikings winning 34-7 over the Bengals. The New Orleans Saints, which turned out to be almost a little trap game where they really struggled. Maybe they took this team for granted, but they get by the Jets 31-19. But I think they definitely played down to the competition. They should have beat the hell out of them, especially with Bryce Petty at quarterback.
I think they would focus on Atlanta this week.
Probably so. I think they would have probably respected them a little bit more if Josh McCown had still been in there. Yeah, I want to say I think the Jets just kept running the ball. They ain't even really try to pass too much. So they just really went at New Orleans' run defense. And if that's how it was going to be, New Orleans, you may have shown a little chink in the armor to some playoff teams because eventually you might have to deal with Carolina. You know y'all going to run the ball. The way the Falcons ran the ball last night with Devontae Freeman.
Boy, Devontae looked good last night.
That could be a problem for y'all.
Let me ask you this. not to get off of this, but do you not get every time Devontae lower that shoulder now? Do you not get nervous about the concussions? I know when he was dropping that shoulder last night, I was like, he gonna get knocked the fuck out again.
He's so low to the ground, man. Yes, I mean, it's always gonna be probably a hold your breath thing with him because he has.
I just started thinking about it this year when he had what? That's 2 in 15 weeks.
2 this year. I want to say another one last year, right?
I believe, yeah. He got knocked out in the Colts game I went to. Knocked out like first quarter.
Yeah, so definitely something to keep an eye out on. The New York next up, we had the New York Giants. Started out like they were going to get the Eagles beat down and get Eagles fans something to worry about with Foles at the helm, but they responded well.
They
Eagles
gave up over 400 yards offense though.
Right. So they were playing. Now they were playing the little Giants. But eventually, we down here toward the end of the season. And, at some point we got to stop saying, well, these teams ain't playing nobody. Well, they didn't play down there the whole schedule. So, they playing who they got to play and beat who they have to beat. So Eagles are
how many wins they got to get to next year for you to stop referring to them as the little Giants?
They need a running back. They need a running game. The defense needs to play up to its caliber, especially them big paychecks that they cashing. Oh, they got a lot of work to do.
So until further notice, they're the little Giants.
They're the little Giants, absolutely. They're taking a couple steps to get back to being the regular New York football Giants. Got rid of McAdoo and Jerry Reese, so that was a start. So we'll see how they draft go. We'll see how they draft go.
So it's possible in May. You might.
They come out first 3 rounds of this draft and pick like 2 corners and a kicker or some shit, and no offensive linemen, no running backs or nothing. They're going to still be the little Giants. You know what they're going to do? They might sign somebody old and run down, give them big money next year.
They got to – they got Jack Rabbit. They got Cromartie. So they 2 starting corners are just wild for the night. They don't know if they want to play. They got to figure out this coach situation because they need somebody. They need a zookeeper because there's some wild animals on that team.
Yeah. I'm expecting Cromartie probably going to be gone.
Yeah, because he wanted to quit last year, I believe, but he came back.
It's like he get cut or wear out his welcome everywhere he go after like 2-3 years.
These cats are just leaving the facility, though, cuz. Just leaving.
Y'all think y'all can get them to stand for it? And y'all think I can get them to stand for a national anthem? Okay.
Like Tuesday on the random, just fuck this shit. I'm out.
Oh, man. Next up, we're going to get these scores out. We got the Washington Redskins in a meaningless game winning 20-15 over the Arizona Cardinals. That ain't nothing but draft positioning. Seattle Seahawks. We got to find a new name for them because they are no longer the Seattle Seahawks. They are the Legion of Dust.
Dust in the wind.
The Rams came down and showed you whose new division this is. And right now it's the LA Rams winning 45-7 over the Seahawks.
I ain't see that coming, cuz. Not in Seattle.
I picked the Rams to win, but I didn't see that blowout coming. Not at all.
Todd Gurley, they daddy. The whole defense, Todd Gurley is y'all daddy. This week, he y'all daddy.
Yeah. No, we had the game of the week, real good game, but the Patriots pulling out the win, 27-24 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll get into the details, of course, with that one in a second. My 49ers, 25-23 over the Tennessee Titans. That's 3 in a row, 4 out of the last 5. Shit, if Jimmy Garoppolo would have came aboard a little bit sooner, man, we might be in the playoff hunt.
I'm making an announcement today. I will no longer pick against Jimmy Garoppolo. That's 2 weeks in a row I done picked against him and I done took L's. Tennessee, I don't like y'all.
Tennessee is suspect as hell.
I don't like y'all at all. I don't like Marcus Mariota. I don't like that coach. There's a lot of shit wrong down there. So, I'm not picking against y'all the rest of the year. So the next 2 games, I'm with y'all.
Sure about that?
Who y'all got?
We got them Savages this week. This is gonna be a real test. I think this will be the best defense we've played since Garoppolo been at the helm.
Bruh, if he beat the Savages, that's better than Michael Jordan comeback. Anyway, keep it moving.
So shout out to my boys there looking up. Only thing I'm hating about this win streak, we're dropping a couple of positions in the draft, but I'm not so much worried about that. Now next year we ain't gonna be
quarterback at 5, and y'all gonna be in play. Y'all selling all day.
Yeah. The only thing I hate is next year, now we ain't going to be able to sneak up on nobody next year. Now it's going to be expectations.
I'm not even featuring the draft. If I am featuring the draft, I'm looking forward to what y'all do with free agency. Y'all got a shitload of money.
Yeah.
Y'all up and coming, got a quarterback. People going to want to come play for y'all and Kyle Shanahan. So I'm looking forward to what y'all going to do in March.
Absolutely. So we're going to see how that goes. Dallas Cowboys winning 20-17 over the Oakland Raiders. Y'all, the Raiders, y'all just wasting Marshawn Lynch's time. Y'all just wasted a whole year. That man could have been at the house then. They did nothing. They sucked. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You need Zeke, homie. You had me scared. I almost didn't make the damn fantasy playoffs, the finals. BSing around with you. Dak needs Zeke. Think what y'all want. Yeah, he's poised. He's a player. Dak needs Zeke. Damn it.
Yep. And next year, they better get him some speed on that receiving court.
Boy, they need somebody on the outside like yesterday.
And last game of the week, the last night, Monday night game, had the Atlanta Falcons. They tried to pitch the bed. They held on 24-21 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs missed a field goal as time expired. I think a 54-yarder.
I was thinking about you last night when I was watching the game. I think I got a new nickname for Julio. And it come up with something you said a couple weeks ago. You start calling him BD, the big D club. That's it. He too big, man. Not big. One big game this year. One. What are they doing? I don't understand.
No. Last night they ran the ball pretty well, so they weren't throwing it. They weren't throwing it as much. But you're right. It's just like they not even really. I don't know. I have to look at. I don't have access to no all coaches' film, but I don't know whether it's just the double teams or whether Matt is missing them or they not putting them in different spots as much as they used to. That is one thing that I've been noticing throughout the year. They're not moving them around as much as
they need to move them around. Yes.
Last year, and whenever they've done that, I mean, he's been able to have some big games. Now, last night he could have had a long touchdown, but your boy throwing from his feet and throwing late. Julio in the end zone waiting for the ball. He had to slow down and stop like he was going to catch a pop fly. He was down there so long. He had 3 steps on the boy.
People pray for Matt Ryan's arm. He be throwing that ball with all he got, people.
All his might. And I'm like, man, why did it take me so long to pick up on this? I think it was that last year, the year before last, and I hit you like, hey, this dude got to throw with everything. Everything in him. He got to throw to get that ball out.
That's how you throwing the ball from your feet.
Man, that's how my son throw. He threw.
Hey, that's different. Young Diego gonna be a monster. He probably stronger than Matt right now.
Oh man. Let's jump on into this first set of games. Again, had Aaron Rodgers coming in with his Green Bay Packers, hoping to keep their playoff hopes alive against your Panthers. I'll let you kick this one off. Tell me what you saw from your boys that you like.
I tell you what, I was nervous. I was nervous because Aaron couldn't have been no more than 75%, if that much. And they had a chance to tie this game up late. A couple of them interceptions, they were underthrown because he ain't played. Aaron's good, people. Aaron, I heard somebody say it on the radio, Aaron is the best deodorant in the NFL because that team stinks, cuz. That team stinks. He makes it better.
Yeah.
Jordy Nelson needs to give him, I want to say 30% of his check yearly because he needs Aaron.
Hey, man, Jordy might – I don't want to say he done.
He about done.
He ain't getting no separation.
You know what? He on that Dez.
Yeah.
He on that Dez, man.
He's just not as physical.
Nah, not at all.
That could be a problem.
I mean, Jordy, that ball got to be perfect because, I mean, it got to be perfect for him to catch it.
Jordy is – and I ain't just saying it because they both white, but Jordy is Eric Decker right now.
Mm-hmm. At least they gave him an extension. But 26-45, 290 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. We was on his ass end of the first half. I think that's when we finally got to him and hit him.
Right.
And it was different after that. I think the thing that changed those games was Devontae Adams getting knocked out. Devontae is clearly the number 1 wide receiver. Clearly. Now I got a question for you. I'm gonna kick it over to you. How they gonna pay all these dudes?
Well, we know they got to pay Aaron. They got to pay Devontae.
I'm
Who
talking
else?
about them wide receivers because Cobb is already under contract. Jordy got paid. Devontae needs to be coming in there wanting real money at this point. Can they pay all three of them?
I don't know what Cobb and Jordy make. I'm pretty sure Jordy got a nice deal. Somebody gonna get cut.
Think they're gonna cut Jordy?
I would consider it. I mean,
They're probably gonna make him restructure.
I mean that would have to be an option for him. He'd have to take a restructure and take a pay cut.
A good haircut or a decent haircut?
It depends on I don't know what his number looking like. But I'm pretty sure when he signed, when did he sign that deal?
Like last summer before last.
Okay, so he probably got, I'm pretty sure, top 10 receiver money, if not top 5, based on how he was doing at that time, right?
Right.
Yeah, he's not. From what I've seen this season, he's not top 10 receiver money. So he need to shade that down to like top 25 receiver money.
So you talking about a good haircut? Okay.
You know.
Either you gonna stay
about 25, 30%. Yeah.
Good haircut.
Yeah, not no lineup. Yeah, you gotta get a cut.
All right, what'd you see?
Well, out of the Panthers, I saw McCaffrey, that first drive or two being the workhorse. Now they went away from him a little bit, and it seemed like when they stopped going away from him early second quarter, when it was, that's when kind of I think Green Bay kind of got back into it. So I was wondering why y'all went away from him when it was working so good, and they weren't stopping it. So that was good to see. The pass game still struggling. Now that is, I don't know whether it's all Cam or whether it's just the receivers. I think it's a little bit of both. But I'm gonna lean more toward the receivers. But they really didn't need him this game because Greg Olsen was back to being Greg Olsen. They took them training wheels off, like you said they had on last week.
Ain't it funny? He went 20 of 31, 4 touchdowns, only got sacked once. People, if y'all don't think the media slant shit, have you heard much about Cam when they winning? No, his shit when they winning. Everything he do when they losing, it is magnified. His every look he make, everything he do. This game was so under the radar. I was 4 touchdowns. Only missed 11 balls in this game. But like you said, it seemed like they were in control most of it, but I kind of felt like Aaron was going to come back and steal it late.
Yeah, I mean, maybe because of the Packers have had some comebacks, in the past. Maybe that's probably what maybe gave us that feeling. But
let me ask you this before we get off of it. Can you name me 3 starters on the Packers defense?
3 starters on the Packers defense?
Yeah.
You got Clay, you got Ahmad Brooks, you got that boy, which is 42. Is it Burnett? One of the corners of safeties, I think.
It's like I like the safeties. I don't like the corners. I don't know who's on the D line. They just seem like they're devoid of talent.
To a degree, especially in that secondary.
I mean, I like Clinton Dix. I like Burnett. I want to say that the second round corner they got knocked out earlier this year, but
yeah,
I don't know.
They definitely got to do a little bit of work on the defense.
They're gonna have to hand Aaron about $120 million guaranteed.
Right, they probably always going to be one of them teams where it's only so much money to go around. They're probably going to be the opposite of how Seattle's been the last couple of years. Seattle's paid all their defense. It's like, y'all just make it work with the offense. We're going to make it do what it do. Green Bay, they're going to have to pay the offense because that's where their bread and butter is, and the defense is going to have to be able to hold it together. And that's kind of what is going to happen. Have to come from them.
Last season, though, I mean, he came back, played. I mean, just didn't get it done. 4 turnovers. I mean, if you look at the numbers, it's almost even down the middle, except for the 4 turnovers. That changed the game. So
yeah, I mean, this was pretty much Cam and Olsen's game. Cam, Olsen, and McCaffrey. This was pretty much their game. Because out of Cam's 242, 116 of that went to Olsen. Out of the 20 completions, Olsen had 9 of them.
Devin Funchess had 1 ball for 19 yards in that game. 1
touchdown though, wasn't it?
Nah, he dropped the touchdown.
That's right.
He sure did. Got in the end zone and allegedly got hurt. But, you know, what can you do? All right, next game, we're going to do the Saturday game. It ain't but so much to say about this Saturday game because the KC Chiefs kicked Phillip Rivers and the Chargers' ass. You remember when we went to the Hawks game last week, we were talking on the platform of the train, and I told you, I said, this feels like the Phillip Rivers 3-interception game. He ain't had it in a while.
You sure said it.
I had one in a while. It seems like it's time. 3 interceptions Saturday.
You sure said it.
Phillip Rivers is his own worst enemy in a lot of cases because he going to keep throwing it. If you open or not, he's going to keep forcing that damn ball.
Absolutely.
And it seemed like he hurt them more in that game by forcing the ball. Melvin Gordon did his part. Keenan Allen got hurt. But the main
Again.
The main takeaway I got from this game in the last 2 weeks, shout out to Andy Reid for recognizing I need to give up play calling. The play calling was given over to the OC actually. And they've put up, I want to say, 30 points a game the last 2 weeks. They went back to running the ball. Hey, people, play action works when you got the threat of a running game. If you're running the ball 7-8 times, ain't nobody featuring your passing game. They're not. So, shout out to them.
Yeah, I didn't catch this game, but, you know, Chargers laid an egg on this one. This was one they should have had or, you know, should have been trying to do to win and take control of the division. And they just didn't get it done. So trying to see something that really stands out, and I don't see too much. Oh, 4 turnovers. Yeah,
they had a fumble late, 3 picks by Phillip. Marcus Peters looked really good in this game. I think that sitting down had something to do with that. But that's a young wild animal. He needs to be on our radar for that wild animal list.
Yeah, Marcus Peters is really good when he's focused. It's the keeping him focused part.
Yeah. But they got it done. I mean, they're essentially in control of their own destiny. I expect Kansas City to beat Miami this week. And that should lock up the division. It should.
What are they? 2 games up?
Kansas City, not it. Well, a game. But they beat them both times, though. So technically, that's 2 games.
Well, if they lose, yeah, I mean, if the Chargers go 2-1, is it the Chargers? Yeah, the
Chargers 7-7.
Yeah, they're only 8-7. No, 7. No, you're right, 7-7. So they're only 1 game back. So if the Chargers go 2-0 these last 2, and the Kansas City split, Chargers gonna win the division.
But they beat them twice though.
They're only 1 game back. If the Chargers, they need. No, you're right. Okay, they would need Kansas City to drop both games in order to win. Okay. So yeah, they're hanging on by a thread. Now it's not Kansas City. The Chargers are still in the hunt for the wild card, though, right?
Yeah, I didn't. We're gonna do our cancel Christmas. I didn't put them because technically they're still there. Right. Technically.
I think is still in the run. I think it's Baltimore, Tennessee, and the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken. I think those are the 3 teams left.
Well, Buffalo's in there at 8-6.
In Buffalo? Okay.
Now, how does that tiebreaker work with Buffalo, Baltimore, and the Titans? Because they're 3 of them 8-6. Let's do that Thursday. Let's dive into records Thursday. Yeah. All right. This next game we're going to, I kind of feel like this ain't a piss to bed. We talked about this. It's not piss to bed. It's not cancel Christmas. It's something bigger than that. Because you might need to remove your hat for a second. We need to have a wake.
Oh, we're gonna do it now? I thought we was gonna wait. All right.
You want to wait?
I thought until we said until they're officially out.
It seemed like this ass kicking was like a statement ass kicking. People, we're talking about the Rams going up to Seattle.
Yeah.
42-7.
Yeah, it might be. What's the under? We need to cue the Undertaker music.
Yeah. Cause this is 2 weeks in a row. They done got manhandled. They went down there to Jacksonville. They lost in all 4 quarters and was about to lose in the 5th quarter. And if y'all don't know what the 5th quarter that mean the parking lot. They were gonna lose that fight too.
Right.
I did not see the Los Angeles Rams coming up there and kicking their ass like this. I did not see it coming.
Nah, but I mean, I didn't see this coming either. Even though I picked the Rams, I didn't see this coming. I knew that Seattle would have a hard time with KJ Wright being out, linebacker. Bobby Wagner was playing, but I think he ended up going out of the game. He wasn't right. But I didn't see this coming. Not 42-7.
Bruh, Russell Wilson had 142 yards and got sacked 7 times.
But that line been ass all year. He been running for his life from the word go every game. It means that was eventually going to catch up with him, and it did in a big way.
The sad part is we talk about this all the time. We may talk about it probably. I don't know if we talk about it on the show. Russell ain't the type to go in there and flip a chair over on some what the fuck y'all got to protect me. That ain't him. He's more on that Andrew. Oh, it's all my fault. I could have did this better. I should have did this. If they're not protecting you, they're not protecting you. 7 times?
Yeah, I mean, but ain't much you can do in season about them kind of issues anyway.
Nah. I'm talking about like in the exit interview. You need to let these be known. Something needs to shift.
Yeah, I mean, and if you got bigger problems if he got to say it. If somebody don't notice in the front office already, that's a bigger problem.
You think they line been asked for 2 years, right? Give or take.
If not longer, yeah.
And the only thing I can recall them doing to it is trading for Dwayne Brown recently. They didn't do shit last year.
That was like a month ago, yeah.
Right. So obviously they're not paying this no mind because they're like, oh, he's fast.
Also, didn't they get no, they gave up a lineman in the Jimmy Graham trade, didn't they?
Center. He was a Pro Bowler, Max Unger.
Yeah, they gave up Unger.
Now I will say this. I want to say before the season started, their starting left tackle got hurt in the preseason.
He did.
So maybe it'll be better next year. Maybe.
I mean, well, that's a left tackle, and you traded Dwayne Brown as a left tackle, so I don't know how that's going to work.
Oh yeah, I ain't think about that. Yeah.
And then didn't they get Dwayne Brown money?
No.
No, he wanted money. That's why he left Houston.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works. But outside of that, man, Todd Gurley is a mean animal, man. 152 on the ground off only 21 carries.
I'm kicking myself in the ass every Sunday, people, because this is some fantasy talk from Uncle Hay. My dumb ass took DeMarco Murray in the 2nd round, and I just knew 3rd round Todd Gurley was going to be there. I just knew. DeMarco Murray has been the bane of my existence. How the hell I done made it to the finals, I don't know. But I just knew Todd Gurley was going to be there. I said people wasn't going to fuck with him. He sucked last year. He'll be there in the 3rd. Wrong. Shout out to that boy Todd Gurley, man. George UGA alum. Shout out to him.
Yes, sir. Into my fantasy season this weekend.
This is just the way he's balling and the way this team is balling. This just speaks more to that boy 8-8, how much he sucked.
Yeah, and did you see his name? He put his name back in coach. Man, get out of here, Jeff Fisher.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's gonna get an interview, right? He's gonna get at least 2 interviews.
Yeah, Jeff Fisher is putting his name back in the coaching circle for interviews. So, yeah.
And that Cleveland job ain't bad as it look at all.
You think they gonna fire you?
Not well. You know what? Why? Okay, I ain't even think about that at the time. Yeah, they already gave him a vote of confidence. So what the hell is 8-8 talking about?
Maybe being the defensive coordinator. Who they got as coordinator now?
He can do that.
Yeah, I let him do that all day.
Yeah, he can do that. That's it.
You know what? I don't know. I don't even think I want Jeff Fisher around my damn team.
God damn.
Bad luck, man. He's just bad. He's not.
Yeah. He's a defensive coach. You ain't gonna let him coach defense?
No. Jeff Fisher, John Fox, I'm straight on them.
Them dudes need to go home.
I'm straight on them. Go play with their grandkids or something. I'm good on them. Go coach high school football. Do seminars, give speeches and motivational speeches.
It's gonna be a lot of jobs available this summer. A lot of jobs.
Yep. You get my resume together.
Yeah. If not, why not? It's the year. All right, let's go to the this last game of the week, the big game.
Yes, sir. The Pittsburgh Steelers hosted New England Patriots. Lost 27-24. Great game. Lot happened in this game. AB going.
I gotta ask you.
First half. Go ahead. I know what you're about to ask me. I think.
What was Miss Diego's meltdown like? Epic.
The emotional roller coaster. So let me paint the picture for y'all, right? So they up pretty much the whole game. They up like 10, 11 points late. Patriots coming back. I heard a couple fuck Brady's from her. I heard that. So, all right. So fast forward to the last probably 2 minutes or whatever. Patriots score the touchdown. Go ahead. Deion Lewis scored that touchdown. Go ahead. She's like, damn. I'm like, they still got a minute something on the clock. The only thing they got to do is get in the field goal range. Y'all got a timeout. They should be able to do that. It's like, we ain't got AB, though. Y'all should be all right. Y'all should be able to get 30, 40 yards on the field.
Yeah.
So here comes Juju. Breaking.
That's about 50 yards right there, give or take.
He's screaming and hollering, bah, okay. So now I'm like, shit, y'all can win. Y'all right there, y'all can win.
I can see your face the whole time in another room listening to this shit.
No, see, we was in the same room watching this one.
Okay.
And now I'm watching on the big TV with me. So Jesse James catches the ball, looks like a touchdown. They score. She up. She clapping. Blah blah blah. She done picked Jonathan up, swinging him around.
Did she have a towel going?
She didn't have a towel. She didn't have a towel this weekend.
Okay.
So she crunked. The first replay I seen, the very first one, I said, "Oh." Y'all gonna have to do that again. She's like, what are you talking about? He ain't catch that ball. He's like, yes, he did. I'm like, nah, wait till they show that replay again. It moved. She saw that. She's like, they're not gonna call that back. Okay. And sure enough, it wasn't a catch.
Yes.
Now, so yeah. So now she's like, all right, whatever. So fast forward, y'all can still. She's like, we still got enough time, right? Why are we kicking the field goals? Like, y'all got enough time to run this play.
Yeah.
Only thing is just don't turn the ball over.
Yes.
As soon as I said that,
God damn
it. Stupid ass pass.
God damn it.
So that was interesting. Now, with the catch thing, I'm just gonna say it like this. Of course, you heard all people crying about what is the catch? I don't understand what the catch is. Blah blah blah. By this point, we should know.
Yeah, you gotta play it through.
We know the damn rule. 5-6 years, we passed Calvin Johnson, passed Dez Bryant. We know damn well we just seen enough plays that if that damn ball move, unless your hand is under it,
you're done.
They're not gonna call it a catch.
It's not a catch. It cannot move. It cannot.
It's just plain. It's just plain and simple. I don't agree with it. We know in the hood that's a catch.
Yeah.
According to the NFL, it ain't a catch. We know this.
I thought that game was over with too when I saw when he first caught it, but that second replay,
Yep.
That ain't a catch.
And I was trying to hold that. I was trying to hold out hope for it. I was like, well, like his hand's still kind of under it, so maybe they ain't got enough to overturn it. Because his hand was still on it, but it wasn't under it enough, I guess. So I guess it's
3 of those a week.
All the time. So yeah, it was very interesting. But yeah, a lot of fuck Gronks.
Why didn't they double Gronk on that last drive?
I don't know if they had been doing it for a good portion of the game.
I want to say Brady threw the ball to him 4 straight times.
Somebody broke it down. I think it was a 26-yarder, a 26-yarder, and 17-yarder. All on that one drive. He had like 50, 60 yards on that one drive.
And they had Mike Mitchell little ass on him the last drive. He was just eating him alive.
I mean, eating him up. Did you see him on the 2-point conversion when he laughed at him after he caught it?
People, Gronk may be a frat boy, but Gronk is also 6'7", 6'6", 6'7",
yeah,
260,
yep,
athletic.
Fast as hell.
Hey, is he like the number one X factor in the league?
Yeah.
When he's healthy.
Yeah, when he does. Now, when you talk about, you talk about the AFC, most of it's weak.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh going to get to where they're trying to get. They're going to have to see New England again. They're going to have to go through New England in New England.
And they don't have a soul to put on him.
That is where Ryan Shazier is going to be missed the most.
But he wouldn't have matched up with him. The best matchup I saw with him a couple years ago, you remember when they put Talib on him? You need a physical corner to play.
I think Ryan Shazier will be able to slow him down some. I mean, he's athletic enough. He's about 6'3", 6'4" himself, and he's got good speed. Now maybe he can't cover him 5, 6, 7 seconds down the field.
That's what I'm talking about.
He can stop some of that just right down the middle of the scene running freely. He can stop a lot of that.
But you got to bracket him, and they didn't bracket him in that game. Speaking of Shazier, shout out to him for making it to that game. Mm-hmm. I hope he does well. I don't know if he's going to play again, but shout out to Ryan Shazier for being there. Shout out to him.
Right.
There was a lot on the line for this game for Pittsburgh. I really think that game had to be in Heinz Field in the playoffs. It had to be. It's not going to be there.
Well, I mean, I still think they got a chance. Reason being, AB should be back.
I'm going to say, we ain't even talked about AB yet.
He should be back hopefully by that time, because Pittsburgh got to still take care of their business against probably the Chiefs and or Jacksonville before they get to New England. But I think they'll still have a shot. I mean, because, you go back some years, there's been times where, quite frankly, New England has laid eggs at home in the playoffs.
I don't think Pittsburgh has a Ravens type defense though.
They don't have the defense, but they got the offense.
Yeah, I mean, technically, as much as I can sit there and say I kind of feel like they did piss the bed, but they only lost by 3.
Well, when you up 2 possessions in the fourth quarter and you let them come back and tie the game or take the lead the way that they did, especially on that last drive that Gronk had, and then you come back and you have your opportunity to win or at the very least tie the game, and what happened. Yeah, you can still get pissed to bed and only lose by 3.
Okay, we can go to that. We can.
Because when you look at what was on the line for that game, just the magnitude of that game, Tomlin been hyping this game up for about a month now.
About a month.
You know what I'm saying? And then you lose like that off mostly you take the Jesse James catch out. You shouldn't have been in that position. You should have been icing this game. Another thing, before the Patriots drive that had them taking the lead, Pittsburgh got real conservative a couple drives. They didn't necessarily keep their foot on the gas. They got conservative and handed the ball right back over the break. Put that defense right back out there on the field. So Pittsburgh had their chances.
Yeah, so we're going to address them in a second because I believe the consensus is they pissed the bed.
Pretty much.
They won. They lost the penalty battle. They went 10 for 16 on third down. You're supposed to win the game. You go 10 for 16 on third down. You're supposed to win. They held the ball for 35 minutes compared to New England's 24 minutes. You're supposed to win the game.
And they only had 6 penalties. Now that's decent for Pittsburgh.
That's like a first half for Seattle.
Right. They come to the locker room with only 6 or 7 penalties. All right, we doing good. We're doing good.
We good. Shit. All right. Well, they lost.
All right. So that is it for the recaps of the Week 15 games. Our updated draft order, top 10. Got the Browns coming in, and if the season ended today, this is how the draft will go. Browns at number 1, Little Giants at number 2, the Colts at 3, the Houston Texans at 4, but that pick will go to Cleveland. 49ers at 5, the Bears at 6, Tampa Bay Buccaneers eating them L's at 7, the Cincinnati Bungles coming in at 8, and Denver 9, and the Jets 10.
I think I said this last week.
I'll add this to last call. I don't see it on here. We got to address that too. Go ahead.
Some kind of way, I feel like if they pick in the top 5 picks, the Browns will find a way to mess up these picks. Some kind of way.
Yeah, we're pretty sure one of them is going to be a quarterback.
One of them.
It's just a matter of which quarterback. And it's probably going to be between Darnold and Rosen.
Yeah.
Darnold and Rosen. So now what they do with that next pick, that whether it's 4 or 5 or wherever that pick is, they're probably going to stay right there at 4 because I don't think Houston's going to win another game this year. What do you do with that pick? When you got a lot of – I have to look at – I'm pretty sure they still got a lot of needs, though. They got some talent, some young talent on there, but they still got some needs. Running back is one. I think that is glaring.
Big dog, out of these 10 picks, we know the Giants need a coach. I'm pretty sure Chuck Pagano going to get fired. I've been hearing today they talking about Bill O'Brien that he will not quit. When you talk about you won't quit, they mean they going to fire you. We know John Fox is done. You've been hearing no rumbles about Dirk Cutter.
Right.
Marvin Lewis. Okay, I was happy Sunday morning. I hit you Sunday. I was like, he's gone.
Oh, man.
He was gone.
Dance ding dong, the Wicked Witch is dead.
But then he come out. I ain't say that shit. I'm here. So he's still there some kind of way.
Whoa, wait. I missed that. What?
Oh, he said he didn't say that. He might be back. Right.
What
you told me Sunday. You told me. You told me that shit. You said, bro, he gonna quit himself.
No, I didn't hear that he came out and said he ain't said. I wonder who leaked that shit.
Yeah, now when Schefter says shit, I believe it. Now Schefter came out and said he was done. But Marvin came out and said he wasn't. But now back to it. Now you said you think Bowles is safe.
The Jets. If it were me, I would keep Bowles.
50-50 or
huh?
Is he 50-50 or?
He's probably 50-50. It could probably go either way. But I'm just looking at where everybody expected that team to be. We expected them to be competing for the number 1 draft pick, possibly being 0-16 or 1-15, somewhere around there. And, it hasn't went as good as of late. I think they're dropped down to, 5-10 or so, 5-9. But, even a couple of games that they lost, like when they lost to the Falcons.
Have they got blown out this year that you can recall?
Maybe in the last couple of weeks, I think. Well, no, because the Saints should have blown them out, but they didn't.
They've been in all them games.
They've been in all the games. They haven't quit.
Yeah.
For that alone, looking at that, and if you can just get a quarterback.
Because they cut or traded everybody over the age of 25. Everybody. And they're still alive, and they were competitive in them games. He should have that job, but I just don't know. But okay, even if you go with that, 7 of the possible top 10 draft pick teams are going to need a coach. I'm going to look for that before our next show because I need to know who's the up-and-coming guys, or it's going to be a lot of retreads. That boy 50-50 might get one of these jobs.
I saw it was either on Bleacher Report or on the Full Letter Network. One of them had an article about the next band of coordinators, coaches from both the college and pro ranks. So, yeah.
Anybody sound like they worth a shit to you?
I didn't really pay it. I didn't pay it any mind.
Gotcha.
So
we'll see.
All right. Got our champs and our chumps.
Oh, champs and chumps first.
Yeah, go ahead and read out them champs and chumps.
My champs this week go to Andy Reid. I mentioned him earlier. Takes a big man to realize you're calling these plays wrong. And he turned it over. I can't remember the guy's name, but he turned it over to the actual OC. Kansas City's been putting up 30 points a game since then. A partial champ goes to Marcus Peters. They sat you down last week after you threw the damn flag into the stands. You're on the wild animal radar, but you balled this past week. 2 picks against Phillip Rivers. That's not saying a lot because Phillip, I believe, threw them balls directly to you. But, hey, you caught him.
Hey, you had to catch him.
You caught him. Champ number 2 goes to Greg Olsen. You showed up. We're 10-4 right now, 10-4. We're going to lock up a playoff position this week when we go down there. Well, Tampa's coming to us. We're going to beat them. And New Year's Eve, I ain't talking no shit all year, but we are going to knock Atlanta out the playoffs. We're going to knock them out the playoffs. And I'm putting all my Carolina shit on. I'm putting all of it. Everything.
So what you're saying is that last night was the Falcons' last win of the season.
You know what? I ain't even think about it. They got New Orleans this week in New Orleans.
Because if the Falcons go out of this including last night, if they go 2-1,
well, they ain't got but 2 left. Oh, you talking about including last night? Okay.
Last night, right? So if they win either one of these last 2 games, they're in. So
they ain't gonna beat New Orleans in the Super Bowl.
So what I'm saying, you saying they're gonna lose to New Orleans this week, and they're gonna have to win in order to get into the playoffs at home against y'all, and it's not happening.
I'm wearing all my shit. I'm talking about the starter, free jersey, scarf, both hats.
Hey man, we might need to check out some tickets, man.
Nah, we can go down there tailgate though. They're gonna be down there. Good shit. Good shit.
Hey man, we call up the partner, man. We might get some good seats, man.
Oh, I forgot about the homie. Shout out to him. Yeah.
Ain't been in no game this year.
Yeah. But I'm giving that. My last one goes to Nick Foles. Nick Foles. Kept the train moving. Philly's on their way. They pretty much got number 1 locked down, right?
No, they were still battling with Minnesota.
So they got these last 2 games. So if they piss the bed anywhere in between there, Minnesota can end up with number 1.
Right now the Eagles are 12-2. Vikings are 11-3. So Philly has who they got this week?
Green Bay. They're gonna win that game now because it's Brett Hunter.
They got I think Dallas the last game of the year, right?
Well, they'll go 1-1. No. They might be. They beat Dallas and Green Bay. They're gonna beat Brett Hunter. Zeke ain't gonna run on them, and I don't expect Dak to beat that secondary. So they're gonna go 2-0. They're gonna lock up number 1. Well, who does Philly have left?
Well, that was Philly.
Okay, I thought you were talking Minnesota. I'm sorry.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So Philly got let me set it up. Let me pull it back. Philly has Oakland this week.
They're gonna win that game.
And then they finish up Cowboys at home.
They should win both them games.
They're gonna need. I think they're gonna need to play through the end. They're gonna need to beat Dallas in order to probably keep number 1.
Who's that last game for Minnesota? I know they got Green Bay this week.
Minnesota has Green Bay this week, and they got the Bears.
They should go 2-0 too.
Right. So Philly's gonna have to play. They're gonna have to play against Dallas. Now they can't just run them out there for a half or so and come back. They're not gonna have anything locked up, I don't think.
So how would that tiebreaker work? Because they
did they play head-to-head this year?
I don't think they played this year.
If they didn't play head-to-head, then it goes to, I think, the better conference record. And the better conference record between those two, the Eagles are 10-1 in the conference, and the Vikings are 8-2. So the Eagles will still have the tiebreaker if it goes that way. So
we'll see. All right, my chumps. I ain't got but 2 this week. Phillip Rivers. I tweeted about it Saturday. The football guys normally hate the Chargers early in the season. They hit them with all those injuries. But they waited till week 15. They waited.
Picks and injuries this week, huh?
Yeah, they waited to give Marlon injuries in 1 week and for Phillip to have his worst game when they needed him the most.
I meant to bring it up during the game. Has Keenan Allen, is he up for money yet?
He got paid right before he tore his ACL the second time.
Okay. Well, I was about to say, if he ain't got paid yet, I wonder what those negotiations are going to look like because he gets hurt every year.
He got that money right before that second ACL tear. All right, my last chunk goes to the Cincinnati Bengals organization. They weren't going to make the playoffs, but these last 2 weeks, they just quit. They just literally quit. Marvin Lewis, I'm looking directly into the camera. Marvin, quit, dog. Just go home. Just quit.
Marvin ain't going nowhere, man.
And you told me that shit Sunday morning by 11:30. You like, word, he leaving? He gone, huh?
I believe it when all his shit is in a U-Haul.
Ain't that some shit?
Oh, man. All right, so I had to do my homework during class today, people. So I got 1 champ, I got 1 chump. My champ is going to go out to my quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. We appreciate you, Jimmy. You are playing very well. Got a big test this week. I want to see how you do against some savages, against a real solid defense. But nonetheless, you got us looking pretty good here in these last couple of weeks. So very optimistic of what the season could look like next year, especially after we get some people back and maybe we add some weapons. Who knows? Who knows? My chump this week goes to Gene Salvatore, the referee from that damn Dallas Cowboy and Oakland Raider game, pulling out that damn index card. You know damn well that wasn't the first down. That's why you had that stupid ass smirk on your face after you measured that shit.
So you was watching that shit too. The ball didn't touch that index card.
It was space all in there. I was like, for real, that was just like y'all just gonna blatantly cheat on that one. Like, okay.
He was smiling the whole time with a shitty grin. Like, yeah, first.
Right. It ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
Wrong.
Oh man.
All right, let's finish up strong. All right, I pissed the bed. People, we didn't put it on the poll this week, but, you know, things happen. We're going to have a combined piss the bed this week. We're going to give this piss the bed to the Pittsburgh Steelers and Phillip Rivers and them LA Chargers. Y'all both had a lot on the line. I had a lot on the line this game.
And the Seahawks.
Seahawks. It's like I want a whole nother award for them some kind of.
That's right. We did say we got to do something special for them.
We had damn near a wait for them. You took your hat off for them.
Yeah. Hey man, it might be
That's like the end of an era the way they got the ass kicked Sunday.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get that piss to bed to them two teams. I mean, you always tell me, people, it's been like this since 9th grade. I'll be talking a whole lot of shit, talking fast. He'll just hit me with the real Charger. It's like that. Because I was drinking that Kool-Aid hard. I was like, man, they're going to win the damn AFC West. They're going to win it. But this is what they do. This is what they do every damn year.
They are jinxed.
Something's wrong. They got to pay a penance to the football gods some kind of way.
You know, and we thought it was when they because AJ was it AJ Smith, that GM, the asshole GM they had for all them years. We thought it was because of him. He been gone. I mean, last year they had like 12 dudes on IR. So I kind of figured this year they ain't been hit that hard. That shit waited till week 15 to hit them. That's crazy. And why they still paying Antonio Gates?
Antonio Gates is fast as me, and I don't move to the slot.
Because he getting every bit of his bread.
Ain't going nowhere.
He should have retired. He been having bad feet for like 3-4 years. He should have probably hung it up. Nope. All my bread.
All right, let's cancel some Christmases, homeboy. We got two.
Yes, sir. We are canceling Christmases. Let's see who is in the bag this week.
Oh, he got a man. Look at props.
All right. I really don't have shit in here. Just a prop that was right in the right place.
That's okay.
First up, the Green Bay Packers.
Hey, y'all put all y'all shit on one dude with 13 screws on his arm.
Green Bay Packers, your Christmas is over. It's over.
Just sleep in late on the 25th. You ain't gotta get up. Don't leave no cookies out. No shit.
That's it. Start working on what you're gonna do. Start working on what y'all gonna do for New Year's. What kind of party y'all gonna have? You know, start working on that. Next up, Oakland Raiders. Your Christmas too is over. Now I don't think Marshawn Lynch gives a damn.
Is he done? You think he's coming back next year?
Yeah,
he's coming Oakland next year, right?
Yeah. I'm saying he'll probably be back. I'm just saying I don't think he probably give a damn that this season is over.
Hey, was you not concerned that he was going to jump on that ref on that last play? I was.
I had fell asleep by that time.
I was watching that shit. I thought he was about to buck.
I don't think I've seen the end of a Sunday night game in weeks.
I had in front. I had shit on the line with that game, and Dak had me sweating. Normally, I don't see that.
Because it'd be a long day at that point, man.
You be watching football from like 1 p.m. to like 12 o'clock.
In the same spot, in the same room.
All you do is get up to go piss. That's it.
Piss and make another drink.
That's it.
Get some food.
Are they the biggest disappointment this year? Because you picked them for the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah. Matter of fact, both of my Super Bowl picks might not even make the playoffs. I had Oakland versus Seattle.
I had Seattle and Pittsburgh, so I'm off on half. Oakland feels like the worst, though.
outside of Oakland and probably the Giants. The Giants are probably the only people I can see outdoing Oakland. Because even though
Oakland had no damn injuries.
No, you're right. They didn't. They just didn't play up the par. So yeah, those are my biggest disappointments. Those two.
I'm gonna hold off until after this Sunday game because Seattle, I wanted to cancel Christmas on y'all. I wanted to, but technically y'all still alive, so we're gonna hold off. San Diego too, I wanted to cancel on y'all, but since y'all a game out, we're gonna wait because come Tuesday, there'll be some more teams on this list. It'll be some more. It'll be after Christmas, so we'll be next week. It'll be focus on next year. It won't cancel Christmas. Focus on next year.
We might need to start getting that Black Monday list together too.
We just ran off 7 jobs right there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. And the playoff teams probably won't be switching coaches, so there you go.
All right, this next topic. We almost to the end. These are my teams at the end. My Carolina Panthers. It was all good a week ago. We was 9-4. Shit went wrong Saturday night. My owner, come to find out, is a racist pervert, and now he got to sell the team. So somebody got $2.3 billion by the end of the summer to buy this team.
Because no press release denied nothing. I'm selling the team.
This shit happened like Saturday night. Come Sunday, it was worse. Saturday, it was okay. We got some reports. Sunday, hey, I'm quitting. I'm stepping back. I'm putting a woman in charge.
Yeah, she in charge. I'm out. Like, damn, David Richardson.
People, I want to do it for the culture, but that boy Puffy did it wrong. He did it wrong, people.
Man, Puffy killed a chance before it even started.
Puffy killed his chances before he started. People, you don't say you're going to sign Cap when he got a case against the league. You do it after you buy the team. When you sign the paperwork, then you say, oh, by the way, I'm bringing Colin Kaepernick in.
Yeah, that's
what you do.
Then you can do what you want. Because in case y'all didn't know, and I know a lot of people really don't know because I seen people out there, they really think Puffy can buy an NFL team by himself.
Not so fast.
Stop it, okay? Just stop that bullshit right now. But two, the other owners kind of have to vote you in and say, yeah, we like him. Let's bring him in. So by him saying right off the bat, yeah, we're going to sign Cap, we're going to put up open competition, and it's the North Carolina Panthers, Puffy, stop the fucking presses. First of all, it's not the North Carolina Panthers. Second of all, Cap is nowhere near as good as Cam Newton, so there's no open competition there.
So how you going to step to Cam like, hey, I'm trying to buy the team? Motherfucker, you trying to get my job took. How you fuck yourself up on a Sunday evening? Just, what do you always tell me? What do you always tell me? Bad boys moving south.
That's it. And I know a lot of people was mad, and rightfully so. A lot of people was mad at the newscaster that was laughing at Puff on the thing, talking about, what does Diddy even do? And one guy in the background was like, did he smoke a blunt and drink some Ciroc before he filmed this little Instagram video? I think Puff was he was a little lit.
From what I read today, team worth $2.3 billion. Yep. Puff would have to write a check for about $600 to be the majority owner. $600. He's worth $822. Take that risk.
I mean, if NFL team, I ain't gonna say it's foolproof, but you probably will make your money. Now, depending on where this league go in the next 10 to 15 years, maybe not. I may hold the presses because it could be flag football here very soon, people.
Right.
So yeah, I wouldn't do that. Now, what he should do, or probably what he should have done, because he's probably fucked it up by now. But with Vince McMahon talking about dusting off the XFL, which
I saw that.
All them stories coming over the weekend. Maybe go get a cat like that, along with a cat like Oprah, Tyler Perry.
Oprah can buy them outright, though.
I don't know about outright. Oprah, her net worth probably like $1 or $2 billion. It will take all of her.
Well, they said to do it for Amazon, possibly, but I mean, to be the majority, you need what, 800?
Okay, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, she could do that. I mean, what kind of liquid assets versus real? It's a whole lot that go into what money you can actually use.
That's a lot going on, cuz I don't know what's going to
I
happen.
do it by myself. That's what I'm saying. I'm bringing in more heavy hitters to come in with it. Now, I've seen some reports of there's been some a team in South Carolina that has been already putting a group together, planning for a team to be planning to buy a team for some years. Now, they've bought, from what I understand, they've bought land in South Carolina for a stadium.
They moving us?
That this is a report, rumor, what have you, but allegedly there's some people out there, groups from South Carolina that's like already ahead of the game as far as having shit in order to be able to purchase a team. But they've been waiting around. Maybe it's somebody that didn't get the Oakland wasn't up for sale. They was just moving. Same thing.
Just moving.
So apparently these guys have been kind of waiting around for a team to be on the market. And so they kind of ready to go. Where everybody else is just now trying to get their ducks in a row. So I don't know how true it is, but that was some of the things I heard. But I don't think you can move this team.
It's like, as much as I'd like to see Oprah get that done, can you imagine the owners' meetings with Oprah Winfrey?
It'd be very interesting.
Right. All right, my last topic of the day before we get up out of here. Thomas Davis hit. Bad hit.
Bad hit, uncalled for, got to be smarter. I don't think he's a dirty player. I don't think that, but I understand Devontae Adams' side of it as well. It's like, if it ain't a dirty play, what do you call it? I mean, you're coming back toward the other line, toward the other end zone, and you knew the shot that you was throwing. So I feel his case. But I see that you got reduced down to one game today. That's probably why they gave him two, because they knew it would be an appeal.
Don't they do that shit every time? They give you two and they know they're going to give you one.
Right. My thing is, if you already know it's going to be one,
just say one.
So I'm gonna just go ahead and give you one if you want to skip an appeal.
Hey, what do you think about Juju and Le'Veon Bell Sunday?
What, the celebration?
Yes.
Probably lighting fire to the fuel for next year.
Cause what type of fine is Burfict gonna get for laying Juju little ass out next year?
He's gonna be the one to take it.
He's probably gonna take it. You know.
It's gonna be him.
Bless his heart. All right.
Shout
out to them judges who let them Georgia players off. They know we got a playoff coming up. Shout out to them.
Yeah. They say they still going to discipline Patrick, but we'll see.
Say word.
He might miss a quarter or something like that.
He ain't going to be a quarter. It'll be first drive.
Hey, man, we need him on that field, though.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Go ahead and tell people where to reach out on social media.
At Enrique6000. Holla at me. I talk sports.
All right. You can reach myself at Diego Barish on Twitter. Also, catch us on the AA Sportscast Facebook, IG, and Twitter page as well. We appreciate the love and support there. Go there, leave us some comments, answer our poll questions, and participate there. Also, shout out to our fantasy football finalists. We got Alpha Ice going up. Alpha Ice from Kane and Ice Show. What's up, Kane and Ice? Going up against is it H2O and Hell is Hot, I think is the team name. Our boy Driscoll Ferrari. Was it team?
Driscoll.
Driscoll. Okay, so Driscoll and Alpha Ice going at it for the championship, and that the first ever AA Sports Championship trophy.
I forgot to mention it earlier. Hey, did you see Larry Nance get that shit to Kevin Durant last night?
That's about all good Larry Nance good for.
He'll dunk on your ass though. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. All right, so people, we appreciate the love, man. We'll holler at y'all Thursday. Ain't no game on Thursday, but maybe we get some basketball in Thursday with our picks. So
I want to get that boy Alpha Ice on there talk about the Eagles.
All right, maybe we can do that. So for Uncle Hank, for Diego Barista, say A Sports, baby, straight sports. Don't chase it. We'll holler at y'all on Thursday, man. 48 hours. Y'all be good. Peace.